Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here. I want to thank you for coming to this channel. I want to thank my subscribers. You're the most important people on this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're just a viewer, I would like to ask you to subscribe. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and tap that bell icon so that when I go live or post a video, you'll be notified. Hopefully. I guess it all depends on YouTube if they're going to notify you or not. My PayPal information is in the link below. If you'd like to contribute to this channel and help me grow, it's greatly appreciated. But if you can't afford to contribute, please just continue to watch my videos, and like I said, leave some comments and hit the like buttons. I want to thank the Great Dirtbag for his kind PayPal donation this week. The Great Dirtbag is a great patriot. He helps a lot of channels. And believe you, the Great Dirtbag, I appreciate it all. I thank you very much. I want to talk a little bit today about the Declaration of Independence and what today really stands for. I'd venture to say that I don't know a percentage, but many Americans across the country only think of this day as a day of holiday, a day of drinking, partying, grilling in the backyard, going to the lake, spending times with friends and family, which is a great thing to do, is to be with your family. But why do we have to have a holiday for families to get together? But you know, the whole thing is that's all that most people think of, is a day off and a long weekend. It's a little bit sad that people don't realize what brought us to this point so that we could celebrate the 4th of July. The Declaration of Independence was released on this day in 1776. And a lot of Americans probably don't even know that it was mostly written by Thomas Jefferson. The idea that farmers and merchants and lawyers could secede from a kingdom, fight, and win a war against the king's armies. The end result of the American Revolution. Americans, patriots, they all stood up. They took arms, and they stood shoulder to shoulder, and they fought against the king's army and defeated the king's army, giving us independence from the King of England and Great Britain. When Jefferson wrote that we are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, he was referring to the natural law that teaches that right and wrong can be discovered and discerned, and the truth understood. You know, independent of any command from the government, the natural law teaches what's right. Natural law teaches that our rights come from our humanity, not from our government. And our humanity is a gift from the living God. Even those people who reject God still embrace their natural rights. We exercise our natural rights without giving a second thought to the fact that they are natural, and they are even coming from within us. We're not even aware. We're unconscious of the fact. We just take it for granted that we have natural rights. Jefferson and the Continental Congress broke away from the king in Great Britain, and they did so by embracing our natural rights. The idea that everyone possesses natural rights by virtue is one of humanity. It is not simply an academic argument. Natural rights have real life consequences. The very concept that underscores the Declaration of Independence is that no government is valid unless they have the consent of those governed. In Jefferson's day, voters knew everything about our government. They knew everything they did. But back then, the government knew literally nothing about the individual people. Today, the government operates largely in secrecy, and it captures every communication that we ever have. American patriots fought and died for independence from England, and today half of our country is dependent on the government. Do you see where we've gone, people? It's a sad day in America. It's a sad day in America when half of our society doesn't believe in God, doesn't believe in what's right. It's a crying shame that these people fought and died for our independence. But yet on today, Independence Day 2019, the Declaration of Independence and the Revolutionary War that was fought for our independence will not be observed by many people. So enjoy your backyard barbecues and your time at the lake, drinking, partying, having fun. Have a good day. But I pray that for 1 minute during this day, everybody will stop and remember what this day is all about. This day commemorates one of the most important days in American history, and yet its true meaning is overshadowed by just having a day off and having fun. But anyway, that's just the way it is in 2019 on Independence Day. But you know, the Democrat Party, I got to say a little bit about them. The Democrat Party is a very diverse coalition, and they'll tell you right there that, oh yeah, they're diverse, that none of them are alike. Well, that's a bunch of malarkey as far as I'm concerned. But even if they are diverse, it doesn't mean that they're united. The Democrats are defined by identity politics, and identity politics means conflict. There's no way around it. Skin color matters most of all to the Democrats. Some colors are good and some colors are bad. Your worth as a person depends on what you look like. I don't believe America is racist. I don't believe we're a racist country. But of course I'm speaking as a white conservative, and that's the people that I'm talking about. I don't believe they're racist. America elected Barack and Michelle Obama to the White House twice. Of course, none of us patriots cast one single vote for them. But the way it turned out, people, we all know the story. You know, it's really the Democrats who are the racist. They're racist, they're bigots. They have no heart, they have no soul. But what patriotic Americans believe is everyone deserves equal opportunities and equal treatment regardless of your skin color. But race means everything to the Democrats. In the debate last week, every single candidate took turns denouncing America as immoral and bigoted. They're talking down our beloved United States of America that men and women have died for and fought for. And here they're talking about it being immoral and bigoted. No, the immorality comes from killing babies. Immorality comes from not recognizing the living God. The immorality comes from your actions against children, trying to allow pedophilia in our schools, allowing boys and girls to share the same bathrooms. That's where the immorality comes from. Aborting thousands of babies every day. That's where the immorality comes from, Democrats. We are not immoral and we are not bigoted. But you are bigoted against anything right and anything good, or anything that pertains to life or the living God. You are against. So it's you, Democrats, who are immoral. But you know, when they're not promising to give away all of our money, they'll start calling each other names. The time's going to come when these Democrats finally do turn on each other. I don't know when it's going to be. They're too busy right now bashing Trump. But I pray that it won't be too long. Maybe they'll start bashing each other and we'll get to see a lot of this dirty laundry that they've all been covering each other for all these years. You know, Kamala, I slept my way to the top, Harris. Believe she can become president by calling everybody else a racist. The race card is played, my goodness, by these demon rats on a daily basis. I think that's one of their main talking points, is that we're all racist. Especially old white men like me. But you can't be a racist and be pro-life. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think or what you say. The simple fact is, if you're pro-life, you cannot be a racist. Because if you're pro-life for every single child. No matter their race, their color, their creed. Every child is a precious life. And that's who I stand for. That's who I try to be a voice for. But yet these demon rats, all they want to do is abort these babies. Silence their voice forever. So they will never have a voice. But yet they let hundreds of thousands, it's probably up to 1 million or more now, I don't know. But all I know is that hundreds and thousands are crossing the southern border every day illegally. And the demon rats want to give these people free health care, free housing, food, plus give them money. I read an article the other day where this one family of illegal immigrants is getting $5,000 a month. But yet they're still on Medicaid and they're still on food stamps. So they're getting $5,000 a month and all of their living needs are met by the demon rats. And here we're giving them $5,000 a month just because they've got 5 kids. People, that ain't right. I worked my whole life and they get twice as much as I get. And I worked my whole life and I've served for this country. Why should they come across and get all the freebies? Let's take that money and let's do something to help the homeless. Let's do something to help our children rather than helping other people's children and other families that aren't even citizens. But yet you turn your back on God-loving Americans. It's a crying shame, people. You know, the fact of the matter is that the Dems are all about race all of the time. They're racially obsessed idiots. And these idiots are in office or running for office. And they continue to push white against black agendas, trying to further separate this country. They want us divided. They want us divided, the whites against the blacks. They want us divided, the whites, the blacks, and the Mexicans against each other. Or South American people, anybody of Hispanic descent. You know, the ill-fated logic of the Democrats is what they think will get them elected. But it's just that. It's ill-fated logic. These demon rats don't understand that America finds them stupid and repugnant if you're an American patriot. People, I want you to remember this day. It's not just the 4th of July. The 4th of July is nothing but a date, just like the 3rd of July or the 5th of July. Today's a special day of remembrance. Remember what this day stands for. And if you're old enough to remember, if you're old enough to have been taught in school the true nature of the Declaration of Independence, of how it came about, how it was signed, and the war that ensued after that, the Revolutionary War. People, that's what made us free. Our Constitution came along after that. The Declaration of Independence is just that. It declares our independence from any foreign power. People, I'm Deplorable Bobby. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Independence Day. Pray for our children, the exploited and the trafficked and the abused and the sexually abused and the murdered. Pray for our children in the womb. Pray for each other. Pray for me and pray for this channel, that I'll forever do the right thing. God bless each and every one of you, and I hope you have a safe and wonderful holiday. Try to remember that today is about our independence from King George in England. It's not just a day for having parties and barbecue. Y'all have fun. I'll talk to you later.